Hi everyone and a happy new year. I'm really excited to get into this video because I'm going to share just how much money I made in December on Amazon KDP. So just like last year, December was a fantastic month of self-publishing. On Amazon KDP, the Q4 boom is absolutely incredible, and I'm going to get into all of that now. So just taking a quick step back and looking at the goals that I set myself for December, I wanted to publish 2 books because I was focusing more on YouTube and making sure my ads were running profitably. I wanted to get 4,000 book orders and hit $6,000 in monthly profit. And I'm happy to say that we smashed all of those targets. Taking a quick look at what I got up to in December, I created 2 colouring books for adults and teens. I created 6 videos on this YouTube channel and got over 56,000 views. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, thank you so much for the continued support. And if this is the first video you're watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And then on Etsy, I also produced 1 custom book cover design. Now going on to what you all want to know, which is how many books did I sell on Amazon KDP in December? Well, I sold 5,950 books. That is absolutely incredible and a huge increase from my average monthly orders. December was a fantastic month, and every day up until the 23rd of December had huge orders. And then as expected, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, it went down to pretty much 0. And then after that, the order level returned to a more normal base. So you can see there, my base level is maybe around 70 orders per day. But in December, I was getting, over 200 orders pretty much every day. As you can see there, I've now got 146 total titles on Amazon KDP. So that shows you don't need thousands, but I do focus now on higher quality books. And the reason I do that is because if you can just create a few high quality books that sell very well, like here, they can drive so many of your sales. So this is my top 10 sellers, and those 10 books alone got over 4,000 sales in December. So it's not necessarily about quantity, it's about quality and getting those books to sell organically. So on here, as you can see, the blue, yellow, orange and green bars are my 4 best sellers. And they're the ones that drove so much of the sales in December. 2 of those are colouring books, 1 for adults, 1 for kids, and then 2 of them are puzzle books. Breaking that down, you can see the vast majority of my sales are print, and I'm still selling the majority of my books in the United States. However, I do get a lot of sales in the UK and also over 500 in Canada as well. I then have a few in Australia and then a few others trickle along organically from other countries. So you know how many books I sold, but what does that look like in terms of money? Well, in December, I earned over $11,660 in royalties. For my Brits out there, that's approximately £9,270. So an absolutely incredible month of publishing. Hitting over $11,500 in royalties is a huge amount of money to earn in 1 month. Now obviously that doesn't include my ads and expenses, which we'll come on to in a second, but just like the orders, you can see on the graph, it's building all the way up until Christmas and then it comes back down to a normal level afterwards. Now, taking a quick look at my ads, this is a snapshot of my ads across all of the different marketplaces. Amazon Ads now has this multi-country view, which is really handy, and that's what this is. This is my US, UK, Canada and Australia ads all in one. And what I absolutely love about December is just the higher demand. And because of that, because more people are buying books, the conversion rates are higher, and that means that the ACOS is lower. So my ACOS across December for all of my ads was a little over 16%. Now for you need to see what your break-even ACOS is across all your books to see if that's directly profitable, but my average break-even ACOS is around 19 or 20%. So most of these ads were directly profitable, and like I talk about on other videos, ads have additional benefits as well, such as helping you rank organically for search terms. So it's a fantastic month for Amazon Ads, and you can see that the demand there in the build up to Christmas was absolutely incredible. And so I spent a lot on ads this month, but I don't mind because I'm getting additional sales and they're going to help me long term on Amazon as well. But one thing you can see here is around Christmas time, I did turn my ad spend down because the books wouldn't arrive in time. So from around the 23rd of December, I turned my ad spend down and then I've turned it back up again recently. But as you can see there, that green line, which is the ACOS, it was really nice and low for the whole of December. And now Christmas is finished, that ACOS has gone back up again. So I'll need to tweak my ads in January to make sure I'm not spending too much on ads. Breaking it down by marketplace, In the US, I spent $1,378. In the UK, just over £800. In Canada, just over $260. And in Australia, just $22. Feel free to pause the video now if you want to take a little bit more of an in-depth look into my ad spend. But I know a lot of you are really interested in my ads, so I wanted to share with you a good example that I've done this month and a bad example. So this is a book that I launched for the Q4 period. I launched it on the 24th of October, and from $270 spend, I got 152 orders at an ACoS of around 17% from 489 clicks. So the key takeouts for me here of why it's performed so well is I'm getting a sale pretty much 1 every 3 clicks, which is incredible. There's a good demand because there's a good amount of clicks, and that ACoS is a very good ACoS. So this was a very good ad. It was directly profitable, and it helped me rank for search terms organically. And then from that $270 spend, I got 152 orders through ads. But what's amazing is because it then started ranking organically, is it led to 638 orders in total across that period. So we take a look back, 152 orders through ads led to 638 orders overall. And that's the power of ads. It's not just the directly profitable sales, it's also how many sales you're getting additionally organically. So if we look at the monetary value of that, from $270 of spend, I generated $1,256 in royalties. And so that's just from the United States marketplace. And this one book alone over the Q4 period has generated almost $1,000 in profit. And that shows the effectiveness of launching a book properly using Amazon ads during the Q4 period. And this is an example of a poorly performing book. One reason might be that I launched it a little bit later. So I didn't launch it until the middle of December. That's a learning for me for next year, is go earlier with my Q4 books. Maybe October is the right area to aim for. But as you can see here, I didn't get enough orders. The conversion rate was nowhere near as good. It was 1 in every 12 clicks, and therefore the ACoS was too high. So I managed to get 12 orders with this ad for $100 in spend. But if we come on over to the US royalties, we can see that it only generated me $17.55. So this book made me a loss of over $80. And that's the thing, not all of your ads are going to be successful, which means not all of your books are going to be successful. That first book that I showed you is going to be a long-term success. And then this second book, I'll probably just have to write it down to a failure. And it could be that the book isn't strong enough, the front cover's not good enough, maybe it's too saturated and niche. But unfortunately, this last book is going to be written off as a failure. I'm going to turn those ads off, and I'm going to focus my money on the ads that perform better. Looking at my ad results as a whole for December, I got 11,355 clicks, which is almost double last month. Spent $2,584, got 1,798 orders through ads, which means my average clicks per order was 6.3. Normally that's a lot higher, it's normally around 9.5. That meant my estimated cost per sale through my ads was $1.41. That means for every sale that I'm getting through ads, it's costing me around $1.40. And if I make around $1.80 to $2 in royalties on every book that I sell, I'm getting a direct profit through my ads. So if you're just getting going with ads, maybe you're not quite at this level yet in terms of your ACoS, I'd highly recommend monitoring your ads kind of like I do, because then you're going to know, am I wasting money? Are certain ads not performing well enough? Doing all those kind of things and just putting in that extra little bit of work will help you to make more money in the long term. So now you know my ad spend, my income. Let's take a look at how much money I actually took home in December. So my income was $11,660. My ad spend was $2,584. My expenses for this month was just my mid-journey account, which means my take-home profit for December was $9,040. That's approximately £7,204. Now that is an incredible month on Amazon KDP. To take home over $9,000 in a single month is incredible. In a minute, I'll show you what that looks like compared to last year, but you'll see the growth, and that's the hope. The hope is that next year will be over 10,000, 11,000, and that every year I can keep scaling, keep building, and building this into that self-publishing empire that I'm aiming for. Taking a quick look at some of the insights from December. As mentioned, ads run incredibly well due to increased demand. So make sure you've got an ad budget set aside for December next year. The conversion rate increased. So as mentioned, it was 9.1 before Q4 to 6.3 in December. So that overall just means that the increased demand is going to see your ads perform better. Launching in mid-December is perhaps a little bit too late. So next year, focus on launching your best books in October and November. And due to the increased ad spend and the increased demand, more of my books than usual were through ads. So generally around 30% are usually through ads, but in December, about 44% of my sales were through Amazon ads. And just taking a little step back over the Q4 period, you can see that increase in demand building up to Christmas. So at the beginning of October, that's kind of my usual sales per day. And then in November, it started building. And then in December, it absolutely exploded. And that's the same when we look at my results for 2024 as a whole. Here you can see my orders in blue and my profit per month in green. And what's great to see is I've got it to a steady level throughout the year. And then in November and December, we see that huge Q4 peak. And the hope is that year on year, all of those figures are just going to keep rising. So we're going to have a bigger base in 2025 and then a bigger peak in Q4 of 2025. And one of the best ways to look at the growth is looking back to December of last year. So I've got almost 2,000 more orders this year. The income's increased from 8,000 to 11,500. And my profit has increased from around $6,000 to $9,000. So we're going in the right direction, and the hope is that I can continue to build into 2025. Wrapping up December, same as last year, December is incredible on Amazon KDP. You can see that yourself from just all of the orders and income that I've made this month. My ad spend increased dramatically, but it's at a good ACOS. And as 40% of my orders were through ads, it shows the importance of using ads in December, because else you're going to miss out on those additional sales. And outside of my top 7 or 8 books, a lot of the middling books that I've got still sold between 10 and 50 copies in December. And if you've got 100, 200, 300 books, that all adds up. And so whilst I do recommend focusing on quality, quantity also helps you to increase your numbers. Now, setting myself my goals for January, it's not going to be a good month compared to December, but let's have a go. I want to publish 5 medium content books. The aim is 1,250 book sales, and if I can get to $2,000 in monthly profit, I'll be happy. And that's it for this incredible month on Amazon KDP. December is always fantastic in terms of book sales, but now we've got January ahead. What will my sales look like in January? You'll have to stick around to the channel to find out. But that's it for this video. If you've not done so already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I've got a 2024 wrap-up video coming very soon, so make sure to watch out for that one. Again, I'm wishing you all the best in 2025, and I'll see you in the next video.